So when I make beef jerky at home, I try to start off with a good quality beef or bison, preferably grass-fed, no antibiotics, no hormones. I'm not stuck on those particular brands, whichever works fine. I try to cut it crossways or against the grain, diagonally usually, so I can get a longer piece, and it's easier to bite or tear off when it's dried. And I've since switched to a titanium cutting board. No more of the plastic, but it's in the video, so what can you do? See how it stretches when it's cut that way? I also try to cut off any gristle or excess fat. Usually these don't have too much fat, but anything that'll be hard to chew. Now, once it's all cut up, I put in a glass container, and I usually pour liquid amino. You don't have to. You could use, your best soy sauce or some other sauce. Although you could add additional salt. This is salty enough. You could add pepper, paprika, whatever you want. I usually add those seasons and spices later. But if you wanted to actually get into the meat, like a hot sauce or peppers or anything spicy, you should add it now. After marinating for 8 or more hours, I will place it in the dehydrator, having a little trip with my chopsticks here, spaced out, giving a little space in between for the air to flow. So this is a multi-layered dehydrator. So there we go. So there's some space in between, and this is where I start adding pepper and other seasoning. The reason I add it here and not in the marinade is so that it doesn't actually go into the meat, but if you like that, you can add it in the marinade. So in this case, I'm adding pepper, ginger, and onion powder, garlic powder, and there's enough moisture on it that it is gonna stick to the meat as it's dehydrating. And just add another layer and just rinse and repeat. And I do want to add that the spices that I use, I didn't show them here, I forgot to take a picture, are of the various organic brands. I mean, if I'm going to use grass-fed beef and no pesticides or hormones, I'm not going to put, pesticides in my spices either. So I'm going to put this at about 160 degrees, which is the highest it'll go, for about 4 to 8 hours. I'm going to check back once in a while. But when it's done, and you can kind of tell. You can also, just take a piece off the top and see how it is. Now, keep in mind, 160 degrees, if it were on the meat, would actually cook the meat. So those few pieces on the top were the extras, and I always used it to check when it was done. So this is about maybe 8 hours later. I'm putting in a container that I'm not gonna seal. I'm just gonna cover it with foil lightly and place it in the freezer. The freezer actually helps dehydrate it more. As you can see, ice crystals form on the outside. I'm just gonna take a bite of this one and test it. There's my toaster strudel in there. See, it's actually kind of dry right now. So I'll just keep this for a week, and in the middle of the night, if I get hungry, I'll have a snack instead of a Snickers. And that's all. It's a lot better for you.